What's going on, y'all? You guys are watching YCF Airboats. We got work to do today, all right? Not only do we have a new build behind me that I'm waiting for the rest of the materials to start, full rigging build, but we got this here X-Citer, older style one, because it ain't got the X's in it, y'all. But we got to put poly on this thing. Now, first off, I am going to say I totally underbid this job because I did not know it was 3/8 poly. And this thing's 14 foot long. It's going to be a pain in the butt. It's going to give me a run for my money. So if you guys want to see me get runt with my money, stay tuned because we got to do a poly job on this thing. And I'm telling y'all, this goddamn poly's thick, all right? This is the big old sheet. And this stuff, I'm going to tell you, buddy, it is some thick stuff. All right, I got some 2x4s under the boat, so I slid it on concrete. I'm waiting on a friend to get here to help me get it flipped over because I can't do it by myself, and poly, it's gonna be hard by myself anyway, so I got to have some help. So once they get here, we're gonna get started on this thing. But it's a pretty nice haul, and I thought this thing, from the size end of it, I thought it was gonna be heavy as can be, and it's not that heavy. It's heavy enough to the point I don't want to try to flip it by myself, because if I lose control, it's going to smack my truck here I'm trying to restore that I'm not restoring because I'm too busy other places. But I got these 2x4s down here, so when we roll it up on the side, it ain't going to get all scratched up on the concrete. What's going on, you guys? We're goddamn back, all right? We got our chalk lines on there. We did a 5-inch spread this way and a 4-inch spread this one, all right? So we done run out a little bit of center, and I put one up there so the poly ain't gonna shift on us. Now we're gonna start doing our triangle pattern. Once we run those up, finish out our center line, and then we're gonna come out, jump these two, right? But we're not gonna pull them all the way to where we went on the first one. Then we're gonna come back and do the second one. So we're gonna be working out a triangle. If you guys can't, I can't use both hands at the same time, all right? So we're gonna work a triangle out in here. So we're going to do it, run our first centered run out, come back, run this one, 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 until we get about a foot or so from the end of our first one. Then we're going to jump back and do the next one over here, 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 here. So we roll and push this whole thing out as we're going. All right, you understand? All right. There you're supposed to look. God dang, y'all, it's raining, all right? But we got a lot in there. We got a lot of poly bolts in there. And yes, we stopped. For one, it's raining. Two, too much cloud coverage. Three, ain't enough heat because the cloud coverage and the rain. And the poly is now the poly is tighter and harder than Dick's hat band, all right? But that was where we stopped. And you can see our error that we was making. But we went to church this morning, come back, we made good progress. We got started late because it takes a long time to get all it mapped out and measured out and lines popped and everything going on it. But tomorrow, when the sun is shining high up in that there sky, we'll be back out here laying her down flat, all right? So I got the canopy set up, y'all, over the boat, but it's only over the spot where the poly bolts are already in, so it doesn't need sunshine right now. What's important is this front getting sunshine, which it is. So I popped my chalk line from my center down to my center. I'm gonna work on running that out. Then we're gonna come back and again run the next run over to about 2 or 3 bolt holes before that one stops. Same thing with each of these, and leave it about 2 or 3 bolt holes behind on each row till we start working it out. A lot of these here don't have bolts on the back. I've just been running some screws in there. Thank God I had some help yesterday, but it started raining on us. And there's a couple bolts I got to go back over and take out and re-waller out the holes. But for the most part, she's looking pretty good. Unfortunately, it started raining on us yesterday and we got a little messed up. But after the time it took mapping everything out, chalk lining, measuring and all that stuff, lost a good bit of the day, but that's just the process, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles on this. So hopefully today we can get some more going and get it about done for the most part. Hopefully by myself it's going to be really hard to do. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do it, because I can't be on top of the boat and under the boat at the same time. My arms ain't that long, y'all. God dang raining again, y'all. Thank God I got this tarp up here. All right, y'all, so what we did was we went a 5-inch this way and a 4-inch this way. If I did a 5 by 5, it wouldn't have worked out, and I'm gonna show you. All right, y'all. So if I did, by the time it come off of my center back there and went out at 5 inches, these bolts would have been in the stringer. And you can see they're all good. They all line out the exact same. So I had to go with the 4-inch by 5-inch lay. 6 by 6 is too much, I believe, on a glass hull. I would not do that because the heat's gonna make it bubble and it's not gonna be flat. It might be when it's cold and in the water, but you ever done poly on a boat and you've done it with a big lay, you know, inches apart, that stuff will bubble in the sun. But looking pretty good, y'all. Off of here. Gotta wait for this goddamn rain to stop so I can get back up there and get that sun shining back on that front as I'm rolling it down. All right, y'all, we can't do any more today. This rain has just been terrible. It's been raining for like the last 4 hours. I come out here and did a couple by myself on the side here with the heat gun, but it's too much with this rain and everything being wet and the poly not being hot and the heat gun countering the rain is just not working. All right, but this is where we got with it. I'm gonna show you all real quick. Got them all in, not all of them, man, but we got all these in here in. Our centers ran it there and then up to there. We still got a little bit more to run. What I started doing was coming down here by myself because I can get the drill up under there and hold the screwdriver here for these 3 rows, and I got those in, but this rain is just crazy, y'all. What's going on, y'all? God dang, it's sun shining bright and high in the sky, and it's hotter than devil's butthole out here, right? So it's a good thing though it's hot, because look at this poly laying down, y'all. Yes sir, we're gonna have no problems in the front nose corner of this boat. And I really think that's a lot to do with this X-Citer hull, because they just got a nice rolled round edge that's not too drastic like some of them Gilios and stuff. But I mean, well, I tell you, it's going down nice, y'all. She's going down nice. Nice-in'. So we are almost out of bolts. That is all we got left. I'm gonna run these out, and then we're gonna have to get Buddy to get us some more, because we're running out fast. I was told he got 600, but he definitely didn't. It's either on the bag, it says 213, and the other one's got 302 written on it, and he still got shorted because whoever counted didn't do a good job, because the bolts I broke and the bolts that are in the boat and the bolts we have left does not add up to what the bags say that are there. So I know I didn't lose any. So long story short, we're gonna keep on cranking these bolts out on this thing, getting her to roll down real nice. All right, y'all, see my nice new Ray-Bans I got? Scrapless Ray-Bans. Now I had a piece of metal in my eye. I had to go get cut out yesterday. It's been there for like 2 weeks. Really starting to hurt and very irritated. It was all rusted in my eye. Had to go get it cut out yesterday. So they gave me these bad to the bone spectacular Oakley Ray-Ban specials. I got my helper out here first thing this morning. He's just blowing everything off. And waiting for the sun to start shining. And heating up this polymer before we, or as my down south people call it, Palomar. Waiting for it to heat up so we can bend it and work it, but he wanted to come out and play with the air blower, so figured I'd make today's intro on this here video for y'all. What you doing? What you doing? Show them what you're doing. Show them what you're doing. Are you blowing off the boat? Blow the boat off. Yeah, good job. Can't turn it. Alright, y'all. Doing this by yourself really does suck, but some piece of advice that a fella I know named Bob gave me, and it works great. So if the sun ain't really up, if the sun was up and shining bright and hot, it wouldn't be as hard, being as it hasn't come up so much yet. Even if the sun's up and you can't get this to bend right, we're right where the bulkhead is, so put a ratchet strap on there and pull it real tight, and it'll suck these corners in for you. That's my last row there that's going to finish out this way, and then it's going to be my every 2 inch, and that falls right where my every 2 inch is, and the access here is going to get cut off right about where I drew a line at. Right about there it's going to be cut and cut around once we finish rolling it, but it's sucking in real nice on that edge. It's hard to tell how sharp of a bend it is, but you can just see the bottom of the boat is really coming out nice. And I can do the edges and stuff on myself because I can reach under there and get the wrench on the backside and hold the screwdriver from the outside and pull them tight. When I get up in the bulkhead, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I am running a smaller drill bit than a 1/4 inch, 2 sizes smaller than a 1/4 inch, and I'm drilling my holes, and when I get it pulled down, I'm drilling the screws, I'm screwing the screws in, the bolts in, and the thread is catching tight in the fiberglass and actually pulling it in and holding it there until I can get under there and put nuts on the backside. So when you do it, run a bit or two smaller than a 1/4 inch. That way your bolts tighten themselves in there and it helps you out a lot. All right, y'all, well, it started raining on us again, and after the rain stopped, the sun just never got the front hot enough again for us to finish. But we got all the sides screwed, not all of them, except for the bow. The bow is the only thing left. Got our back screws across, side screws down till right there, and we got this flap. And this 3/8 is not even workable without that sun beating on it for about an hour or two. So as they say, tomorrow's another day, and if I don't get it done by tomorrow, I'm really losing money. So it's tough by yourself, but it looks really good though, y'all. It looks really good. And with that sun on it, when it's nice and hot, you can totally, this big roll right here, you can totally push down. But now it's stiffer than Dick's hat band because it's cold and it's been rained on. So this corner needs to be worked out a little bit more, and all this access is gonna have to be cut off. All right, y'all, next day, I had another eye appointment to get the contact out. down to the wire. I got about 7 bolts in it. These 3 are not tightened yet, but I got nuts on the backside. It's folding down real nice. So after I get that one in there, I'm gonna do that one, then jump back here and start working this roll out, this big hump. And we'll have to do the same thing we did here to the other side. So we'll be right back. Woo! Well, y'all, it has been a god dang heck of a time with this god dang poly. Doing it by myself has kicked my butt, but it is done. Except for one thing, I'm just going around the edges. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here in a minute, but I'm gonna give you an overview of what it looks like, all right? She's all done. She's all done. Oh yeah. Right now I'm just taking a grinder with a floppy wheel, and there's a sharp edge right here. So what I'm doing, taking this piece of aluminum, setting it right there, taking the floppy wheel, doing that so I don't hit his hull, and just making it nice and smooth, getting a nice smooth edge to it. That way, if he wants to take him a bead of 50-51 or whatever that bad the bone marine silicone is, and put a nice black bead right in there and wipe it clean, it'll look good. And but again, I'm just going around getting this sharp edge off of here, which is really sharp, putting a beveled edge on it. And but she's done, y'all. Woo! All right, y'all, she done. She god dang done. So let's put that nice little beveled edge on there so it's not so sharp. Rolled real nice, but she turned out pretty good, y'all. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching another episode, man. It means the world to me you guys are watching. Remember, when we hit 50K subscribers, we're going to start building giveaway boats. I've already got a couple holes in the yard. I've got motors in the shed. Just need to build a rigging for them and purdy them up and give them to a subscriber. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button and share, y'all. No more further ado, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, as always, I love you. Jesus loves you. And until next time, guys, see ya.